But
We should have left that in the conversation.
no, because they're not spending the money for
Yeah.
it. Usually what we do, hey y'all, is we either figure out can we build it first ourselves, or if we have to go out, then we'll go out and do it. So we'll talk about it and figure it out.
Okay.
Hey y'all, Maya's giving me that spoiled girl kind of. So
Don't
let's
do
reach
that.
high. Let's reach high, and whatever. It's not exactly that. It's
You
this.
asked me what my 2 options were,
I know, but
and I gave you what was ideal.
you were giving the buttery up uh conversation.
What's that? You
I
got it on
got
your cell phone?
no. I had some. Sorry. I have a daughter at home, so I've been around women all my life. I know how y'all talk when y'all want something.
Whatever.
Potato. It's
That
not a
was
table per
nothing.
se.
That was nothing, Pastor Nick. I can
It's
butter.
not a
I can
table
butter
per
things up.
se. It's other things, but when you come down to it, it's a
We
table.
just have 2 different perspectives. It's not just the table, but
I
it's
know
okay.
it's not just a table, but at its foundation,
Okay.
it is a table.
It can be said about a lot of things, yes.
Yes, yeah, but when you get down to it, it is what it is. Hey
Mhm.
y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? I've been around women all my life. I know when y'all throw the sales pitch out there. It's the setup. Give you the high price first to work your way down to the real one.
Mhm.
What's up, y'all? Hope all is well on this beautiful Monday afternoon at 1 o'clock. Welcome to Maximize Monday. Pastor Nick and Maya is here as always. Please
At
don't
least for
forget.
right now. I'm about to peace out this joint.
No, see, you're acting spoiled. You're acting spoiled.
No, I'm
See,
not.
you're acting spoiled. No, I'm not. You're acting
No,
spoiled.
I'm
See?
not.
So we're still talking about moving this to noon in September, right?
Yep.
Yep. So
Hey,
who, who who's outnumbered? Mm-mm. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by him. This is how I fight my battles. Where a Facebook user is, hello.
that's
Yeah.
Ada.
Ada. Oh, well, Ada, there's always more for me than against me. Hey, Mona, how you doing? Um, Starting September, we're gonna move this to noon, make it like a lunchtime thing. Uh,
So we'll
on
get
noon.
to bring our lunches and eat while we're on here?
We can if you want to. I don't know if you want me chewing live while we're talking, but that's fine. We'll be off September 6th because that's Labor Day, and then we'll be back on the 13th. But we'll talk more about that. We're moving to noon. This was only supposed to be a temporary thing on Mondays, but it
Yeah.
turned into a whole year and some change. Uh, we didn't expect it to last this long, to be honest with you. But I guess it is what it is. We're here, not complaining, just you know, we're here. Hey Vera, y'all come on and share. Sorry. And we hope that Maximize Monday is a blessing to you all every single week. If you come on, me and her fight like brother and sister, and then we come on and share some inspiration, laugh at each other, and you know, how did that video look with the tasting the candy thing? I know I was all over the place.
It looked fine. I didn't
Okay,
edit it yet, but it was
okay.
fine.
I was saying a lot of stuff and just going all over, so I didn't know.
I know, but that's how it was when we did it with the other crew too.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. Hey Ava, man, it's got real tired. What's up, Ava? How you doing? Y'all come on in and share so we get started on this conversation, and we can get ready to rock and roll around this discussion. It is August, the first Monday of August, and it looks like the pandemic is still going on. You're seeing surges. Hey, Kife, we're seeing surges happening in It looks like we're going to be in this for a little bit. How do you find your place there? What do you mean by how you find your place here, Joe? Um, kind of explain what you mean, so I make sure I can answer your question correctly. Um, so again, we're glad you all could join us. Maximize Monday. Uh, y'all be safe out there. We're still in a pandemic. The Delta is surging, and yeah, they say Florida's off the hook now with these with the numbers. So we were hoping to open in September, but uh, we can't sit there and say definitively. We've always said hopefully September, hopefully September. Um, but we'll continue to see the numbers, how everything is going. Y'all stay safe out there. Wear your mask. Get vaccinated if you can. Social distance. People always ask me, do I want to go out somewhere? No, no, no. I go where it's necessary. I go home. Praise God. Uh, but we'll see what happens. Bless you, sir. Or how, you okay, Maya? You're on mute. We can't hear you.
I'm good.
Okay. Oh, hey, how you doing? Thank you. The Bible stated that one of the people was told to go to another place. Can't remember the names. Um, I'm still not sure what you're talking about, Joseph. About you got to give me a little
Need
more
some
details on the
context.
yeah, so I can answer your question. So, what's up, Deborah Todd? All right, let's get started. We we're talking about actually this month. We always try to do a new series in a month. And hey, Pastor Pastor, how you doing? Pakistan, cool, welcome. Uh, we're 8 months into the year. In the beginning of the year, we talked about a savings plan.
Hmm.
We want to just check on everybody, see how they're all doing with their savings plan. How many of y'all forgot about it?
If you actually started,
You actually start it, or did you start it and not finish it? Um, but we did a savings plan. If you didn't get the savings plan earlier in the year, we can send it to you now, and you can start from August all the way to December. It's better late to never. As well as your goals. How's your goals going? What have you been doing during the course of the year? Any corrective things? Did you start that book? Did you start that business? Did you
yeah.
start losing weight or did you gain weight? Did you, uh, you know, what happened? But I think we'll start off with this: that understanding that the process is difficult. It's easy to make the goal. Sometimes it's easy to start, hard to finish, and for some people, it's hard to start in general. And that start or that finish can be quite difficult, but no one achieves their goals, their plans, their ideas by magic, by just, I'm a praying God's going to do it. The Proverbs talks a lot about hard work, diligence, and doing those things that need to be done to accomplish a goal.
Hmm.
Um, so there's nothing, I'm saying all that to say there's nothing wrong with making any corrections now. It's better to make the corrections now before you get to the end. So the overall premise is that all of us are working towards something. And how are you doing working towards that? Oh boy, there's some things I'll be the first one. Some things I've been getting done. You thought abracadabra was going to work. So
That would
there's
be
some
nice.
right. There's some things that I thought was going to get done, and I need to get on it because some other things took priority. But the cool thing is that as long as you have breath in your body, you have time. Now, here's the problem with procrastination. Procrastination assumes that the opportunity is going to come back around again. That's the problem with procrastination. It assumes that the opportunity is going to come back around again. But we cannot assume that God is going to just automatically bring it around the same way like before. The reality is that seasons come back around, but there's no season that's exactly the same. No season that's exactly the same. Every season is different. Okay? So something may come back around again, but it may not come around the way you want it to. All right, Maya, I just talked for about 5 minutes as you was getting your life together.
Yeah, it didn't quite work out, but
Right.
yeah.
So since you brought the topic up, go on shoot.
No, I think it's important that we do take time to reflect on where we've come from. I think it's so easy to get lost in the process sometimes of, you know, I have to do this, I have to do that, that we forget to actually take a step back and look at it to see if we're actually meeting our goals. And taking that opportunity, to celebrate the goals that we did make instead of just looking at the failures and harvesting on those. You know what I mean? Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. He put the scripture, Joseph put the scripture in the Bible. I'm looking at the scripture. Um,
Oh, okay.
failure is a part of growth.
Yeah.
So nature of the beast is it's a part of growth. And if you don't think it's a part of growth, you're sadly mistaken. Now, not
Mhm.
justifying failure, I'm just saying that it's a part of the process.
Yeah.
That the ongoing part of this is that we all will have our struggles, we all will have our ups and downs, and we all need to make some corrections. I think for some of us, what will help us not fail as much is if we actually write down a schedule and stick to it
Mhm.
and strive to stay with it. That'll help some of us. If it's just in your mind, you won't get it done. But if you actually write it down, not on your phone, because they psychologically prove this, but if you actually write it out, it sticks with you better than typing it into your phone or to a device.
Yeah.
So have like a actual.
I
We talked about this.
I I believe that, but I know me, like, I tend to lose paper.
Well, you lose everything. That's why I
I
said have like
don't
a notebook. I have a
I lose the
notebook.
notebooks too. But so I personally like to write it down in the notes in my phone. I agree with you, there is power in, pen and paper, but it helps me to set reminders. So, like, if I have a certain day that I want to have something accomplished by, I can put reminders in my phone to say, "Okay, I need to do this
Yeah,
by this date." You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. You can do both. I'm talking about like being able to write down. I need to do this, 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 and this,
Mhm.
and then you can put the reminders in your phone. There's nothing wrong with having the two. Uh, but they've actually shown it that writing it physically etches it in you better than
Mhm.
typing it digitally.
Yeah.
And then you have
And
those reminders. Yeah, do this, do this, do
it's
this.
it
That's good.
it probably makes you have to slow down and actually process what it is that you're writing.
Yeah, to make sure what you're writing is actually, because it's funny once you write it down and you look at it, you're like, you know,
It's a lot.
but it takes on a different realism. You know,
Yeah.
I remember I had somebody tell me, I'm gonna I'm gonna try to lose 20 pounds in a month. I said, you either gonna do it by being sick, it's gonna be unhealthy, something's not gonna be right.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make $1 million this year. You just made $20,000 last year. I'm not saying it's not possible, but the odds are not that high. Based off of, I was listening to Steve Harvey talk about that. This generation has a problem with building,
Mm.
with work ethic and building. We want everything so quick that yes, you can make $1 million a year, but what are you doing to build up towards that? And
Being
understand
realistic
that for
about
a
it.
lot of people, if it was easy to make $1 million in a year, guess how many millionaires would be out there?
Mhm.
The, it's reaching for the stars, but understanding that I may hit the moon. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and that's cool. Nothing wrong with having big expectations, depending on who you are. Because some people, big expectations, they don't reach them, highly disappointing.
Yeah.
That it's not a lack of faith to set realistic expectations.
Mhm.
If I can say it like that,
Mhm.
believe that God can exceed that. But there's nothing wrong with saying, you know, by the end of December, I'm gonna be X, Y, and Z. But think
Mhm.
realistically. If you lose 20, 30 pounds in a month, I gotta hurry up and getting this, this dress in a month. I'm gonna lose 30 pounds this month. Your body's gonna like hate you. And plus, most people cannot do that. You wanna starve yourself for a whole month? Like, it's not how
Yeah.
life works. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
no.
sorry.
No, we definitely have to be realistic about things. I think we can be a little bit too narrow-minded, or single focused so that we're only able to see that we wanna shoot for the stars, but we're missing all the other opportunities that there are for us to accomplish too.
Mhm. Joseph, that scripture in First, Second Samuel is more what we call eschatological. Eschatology. It goes to a future time. We are the movable place of God. Something we're going to talk about on Wednesday. We're the movable tabernacle place of God. You know that God plants Himself. He's in us, and we are a movable tabernacle with Him. But that part, yeah, something else. I'm not sure. Okay. Anyway, so we have to make sure we're sticking to, you know, and understand that the Bible says the diligent will prosper. The one that labors will have fruit.
Mhm.
But again, we want it microwaved. I start a business today. God, I want you to come in and make a way. Boom, to next week, making $10 million. Do you know how long it took for people to get to where they are? We don't
Yeah, I
consider,
think that's the problem. People don't you don't know.
yeah.
There's so much that we don't know what goes into things. We think it just magically appears,
Right. And
but
then
it
when
takes a
people
lot
tell
of
them,
work to get there.
yeah. And then when people tell them, they're still like, for real, how did you really do it? You're like Bishop, he would tell you, like, how did the church grow? It wasn't just through prayer and fasting. It was through prayer, fasting, reading the Bible, preaching, and work. This is not a miracle per se. This work was included in this process. Participation in the equation. But we look at people like on Instagram or whatever, and now everybody's trying to be an Instagram star and make all their money. But some of those people, it took a while for them to build their base up. And I still remember to this day, this young lady was talking about she had 4 million followers on Instagram. People thought that she had it, ad deals and was making money. And one day she went into to pay a bill, and she could only put half down on it because she didn't have the money. And the lady that was working with her recognized her because she followed her, and
Mhm.
she said the lady was shocked that I didn't have the money to pay my this bill because we equate a lot of followers, a lot of money, and that's not always true.
Yeah.
And people want to choose the fame, but not, you ain't got to know my name. I'd rather have some money. You ain't got to know me at all.
Yeah. I think in terms of that, who you are speaks louder than what you're trying to do to get fame, if that makes any sense.
Say it again.
Who you are as a person and
Mm-hmm.
the energy that you give out
Mm-hmm.
will bring more people to you than you trying to do this and that to get more followers.
Yeah, yeah. I say it jokingly, but I'm kind of serious. One of my goals in life is to raise my kids where they don't aspire just to be an internet star. You know, I mean, if they happen to hit it off with internet, I need you to have some other stuff going on for you behind the scenes that
Mhm.
can hold you up and prop you up, you know, and not feel like you have to do everything online to get attention from people.
Yeah.
I was listening to somebody who was talking about, built their platform around family, and it's like now that looking back, he's like, I probably would have done it differently, but would help him get where he was having his family out. But the problem is having your family out exposes your family to,
Mhm.
you know, a whole lot of stuff. But I don't know how we got to social media stuff, but
Oh, it's your fault.
but but I think that the craving for attention, acceptance, followers. We used to go to social media to take a break from life. Now you have to go to life to take a break from social media. We got it all backwards. We've made this world online our whole entire world and our whole being, and it's not even a microcosm. It's just it's we follow the people that we agree with, and that's all we listen to. And it
Mm-hmm.
just it I think a lot of mental health stuff is really it's hitting more, but it's going to get worse later. The more technology driven we are, and I
Yeah.
love tech, and I do, I love tech, but it's taking away our personalities, our connections with people, and we have manufactured connections. And you can tell by some of those people who are influencers online. You can look at their eyes and tell they may be doing good, but they are not happy behind the scenes. They're not ready for all this,
Mm-hmm.
for all the success and all the accolades and all the upfront stuff. And
Good and the bad that can come with it.
yeah, you know, it just I don't know. I'm just sitting there rambling. Go ahead, Maya. You've been act like you want to recap and share some more, drop some jewels and revelations. Since this was your idea topic,
This was a topic that we both agreed upon.
I asked you what did you want to talk about. You sent me this list. I said, cool.
I said this is what we could talk about. I'm talking. Ada, where
This is
you
why
at,
she don't.
girl?
This is why she don't get what she wants.
That's not true.
but but I mean, I would say not only reassess where you're going, but how you're going to get there. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Sandra, um, reassess where you're going, how you're going to get there, and what tweaks you need to make to get there. And don't be afraid to start. I remember somebody
Mm-hmm.
was talking about, somebody was like, I want to write a book. Where do I start? The person was like, write. That's where you start. We get so much into it, like people just write, and it's the first draft is usually horrible, but you work on
Mm-hmm.
it, you tweak it, you work on it, just right. I'll be nice to her when she's nice to me. Just
I
right.
am nice to you all the time. No, for
Right.
sure. I think though, and I think this was where the danger comes in when we take this time to reassess and realize that we're not quite meeting up to what our goals were.
Mm,
I think that's where there's a little bit of danger. Even thinking about everything with Simone Biles,
yeah.
not to get too much into that, but
Mhm.
how do you know,
Thank you.
not let that
Thanks.
overcome us, be able to move forward?
Yeah. I just saw today she's going to participate in something.
Mhm.
I think she's going to do one of the. I guess she's got her head, where she needs it to be, and she's going to participate. But I, I'm hesitant
There's
because
this
I don't know her situation, and I
Mhm.
don't know her personally to know all the stuff she's experiencing now. So without information, I all I can do is go by look. If this is what you feel like is best for you right now, do what you got to do.
Mhm.
That's my thoughts on it. You know, um, if this is affecting you that bad, it's a sport. She's going to go down as
Yeah.
the greatest to ever do it. She's got endorsements like crazy. She's probably like, part of it's like, too, I don't really have to do this, like.
Yeah.
But anyway,
She
let
said
me.
already.
Yeah, she said already. Like,
Mhm.
anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, but we talked about this a lot, like the pressure to live up to, I guess, what you've already done
Yeah.
and what that can do. How do you just manage that? And I feel like too as millennials, like, or me as a millennial, since you're not one, like having to having to balance that out because there's a lot of stress that can be felt when we're going through just trying to make it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that what helps with that is giving yourself a new challenge. So instead of, oh my God, how am I going to live up to that?
Mhm.
Challenge. Let's roll. You know?
Mhm.
Like if you saw my face during the worship meeting, I was all excited. Like this is all new stuff. People are like, how are we going to do this? I don't know. We're going to figure it out. It's exciting jumping in. Those of you that need like extreme details, y'all like,
Are you talking about me?
No, I'm just talking about in general, but
Oh, okay.
I like new things. It's challenging. I like the
Yeah.
challenge of it. It's fun. It's exhilarating. Uh, you know, I get bored when I don't feel challenged, and I like that burst of I don't know. Let's figure it out. It's fun. Now I'm crazy
Mhm.
like that. Everybody's not like me, but
I think it's cool to have a good balance. Like, sometimes, like you said, you just need to go and do it and figure it out along the way. But I can get with the people who need to think about it a little bit more too.
yeah. I mean, major stuff I really think through a lot. But I'm one of those people where it's like some things I'll jump in the deep end, some things I'll tiptoe my way in.
Mhm.
You got to know that you got to. That's where you got to know the difference. You got to
Yeah.
think through it. Um, some stuff after you've already thought about it already, jump in. You already. They call it the paralysis of analysis, where you think so much that you don't do anything, and then we, keep thinking and thinking and thinking, and using that as an excuse not to do something. Uh, and that's what they call it, the paralysis of analysis. I'm analyzing. You like you already analyzed it a million times.
You
Start
need to know when
something.
to stop. Yeah.
Yeah, but really, what it is, it's fear.
Mhm.
It's really what it is. It's fear. I can't get out of my head, so I'm afraid to start. You may not do it all, but start somewhere. Walk your way in.
Right.
After you contemplated, thought, prayed about it, make sure it was God. You know, tried your best to plan your steps out. Then it's time
Mhm.
to at least start something somewhere.
Mhm. And I think
Like,
too, like, sometimes we try to conquer the whole mountain, break it down into more tangible pieces or segments that you can do step by step, and then before you know it, you've accomplished the whole thing.
yeah, they say how you eat an elephant one bite at a time. That's really what it is. You take your time and know, as they say, it takes years to become an overnight success. Years to become an overnight success. And I think people forget that. What we think
Mhm.
is overnight for somebody, they're like, yo, I've been working for this for the past 15 years. You just didn't know me.
Yeah.
I was grinding. I was doing this. Y'all just found out who I was. Uh, so, and crazy thing is, people will tell you that too, and they still be like, "Oh, but tell me the real deal." And they're like, "No,
Mhm.
I've been." Look at somebody like Steve Harvey, right? He had a lot of ups and downs. His best times are in his 60s now,
Yeah.
and he started comedy like I think he's like early 30s or something like that. It takes time, you know, to build, but we just got to have the patience to actually go out there,
Mm.
build, work, do, build.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
It's a process. That's for sure.
It is. It is. So we encourage you, stick with the process. If you got to make tweaks, make tweaks. Um, Talk to people, get the help you need, the assistance that you need to do what you got to do. Some mentors will help you. Just want to encourage you, go back and look over your goals for this year. What have you accomplished? What haven't you accomplished? Why?
Mhm.
And we're praying for you, sir. And why? And do that.
So I saw that Ada said that, I guess in the beginning of the year she was contemplating on writing her book, and it looks like things are going well there. So yay, Ada. Trying to see if I can find anyone else. Oh, someone about the savings plan. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's good to reflect.
yeah. If you want the savings plan, email Maya can send it to you. Shoot, leave your email in the or email social at go to Bethany. I don't know if you can put your email for everybody to see it. Social at
If
go
you
to Bethany.
just
Email social at go to
said
Bethany.
it. Mm,
Yeah, because you don't mess around and somebody gonna see your email start blasting you and stuff.
No, you don't want that. So how about for you, Pastor Nick? Anything that you got done that wanted to start in the beginning of the year?
Let me see. I got to go back and look again. I was doing something before we did this, so my goals are really kind of basic. Like, I'm getting ready to start back on my book again. Especially
Cool.
since school is over. Um, I'm back on my weight loss thing. I'm intermittent fasting now, so I can get this weight off me. It's COVID weight off me.
I
Praise
saw
God.
I saw you walking around in the morning. I was like, okay,
Yeah, yeah. I'm,
he's
I'm back to
working
doing
at
that
it.
again. I'm doing a savings plan, of course. Uh, so I'm getting that too. So
Hmm.
it should be pretty cool. So hopefully by December, August, September, October, November, December. Hopefully by December I'll have my book at least 75% done. Hopefully, like the first draft. Uh,
Cool.
hopefully, or I can probably have it all done by then too. Um, and I can get back into my clothes because we open church in October. I need to be able to fit into my clothes.
Yeah, I need to work on that
But I'm,
too.
I'm doing a savings plan, doing good on that, uh, of course. So, getting some other stuff taken care of. How about you?
I'm doing good, considering everything. My surgery kind of put a dent in
Yeah,
some things. But there were some goals that, I wanted to accomplish in terms of my business. Um, so that's still working out. Um, Savings plan. I need to jump back on the bandwagon with being a little bit more active. But I think all in all, like I said, like I have to still look at the accomplishments I have made instead of just thinking about what I didn't.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I think all in all, I'm pretty happy with where things are.
yeah. I think I think you're good too because we all know you got all broke up. During this time. You know,
Yeah,
we get it. You had a
but
little
I'm
setback.
excited, just
You
a
should be.
little. But even that, I feel way better now than I did, prior to my surgery. So I'm excited once I do get back on my feet for real. Um, that things will go a whole lot better. To try and get some things done.
That's good. Well, I hope you get it done. All right. Anything else for us before we
Thanks.
go? I'm getting hungry.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I don't have the graphic for this week. That's what I was trying to get from my other computer. But we have a
Okay.
lot going on. We have the recap tonight at 5:30 with the whole recap team talking about yesterday's service. Bishop concluded in the segment on curses, so just doing a recap on that. And then tonight at 7, we have the broadcast of this weekend's drive-in service. So make sure you tune in for that. Let me back up a little bit because I just want to make sure everyone knows that it is Transforming Lives Month. So this entire month, we're really, pushing to let people know about Bethany, what it is that we do to help grow the kingdom and try to get some people saved. So we do encourage that for everything that's happening this week, you click your share buttons, let someone know to tune in with you so that they can jump on board and see all the great things that we do. So we also have Bible study on Wednesday, Word Impact at 7. Um, Pastor Nick, you want to share a little bit on that?
Yeah. We're picking up on the presence of God, moving, and we're really going to jump into it some more this week. That you know, God called us to be individuals that move. We're not supposed
Mhm.
to be stationary. So progress, change is supposed to be normal for a child of God. We love our comfort zones and we
Yep.
don't like to change. But when we said yes to Jesus, we basically said yes to a mobile life, a life of change, a life of growth, and a life of challenge.
Mhm.
Uh, so we're really going to get into that this week. And it's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited about it.
Mhm.
I'm excited
So I
about it.
guess let's
We're
see.
just taking our
I'm
time
what
teaching
we
it in the beginning, and we're calling the whole series class. Was it classes in session or schools in session?
classes in session.
Classes in session. We're gonna go through that. Let's go for the next couple of weeks. Should be pretty cool.
Hmm. So we always have our driving services on Mondays at 7. And I guess that is the same time as Embrace class. But the good thing of it being on social media, you can, even if you can't make the driving service, while it's live, it'll still be on Facebook and YouTube for you to come back and watch later. And then, of course, on Saturday, we have On Point with Bishop and Pastor Nick at 9 to talk about politics, culture, anything that's happening in the world, they talk about it. And then that evening at 6 p.m., we have Emerging Worship. All these things that we're doing. Emerging Worship at 6 with our worship team, and Pastor Nick is back to give an awesome word for the millennials and young people at church. And then Sunday, we have a full day of worship starting at 8 a.m. for the encounter, engage live at 9:45. And then the encounter again at 11, and then we're back for 10 times better in the evening starting at 5:30. So it's a busy, busy week. The church that never sleeps, transforming
Yep.
lives one at a time. Yeah, we hope you guys tune in with us.
Yep. All right, y'all. The Lord bless you. Lord keep y'all, and we'll see you guys later. Bye, y'all.
Bye.